everyone, guess who's in the kitchen? Welcome home to John Rivers. Glad that you're here with us, John.
Thank you, Barbara.
Now, this is a recipe today that John is going to be showing us how to make that is at the Coop. John has the Coop in Winter Park. It's the only place, right?
That's the only
in
one.
Winter Park.
That's it.
And then 4 Rivers Smokehouses that are all over the state now. How many locations?
We have 10.
10 locations of 4 Rivers Smokehouse. And you're looking, oh, well, maybe we're not supposed to say this, but you're looking at other places,
We're looking
too.
at other places.
Even outside of Florida, I will tell you that, because right now, John Rivers and his 4 Rivers Smokehouse are one of the 5 top restaurants in Florida. No. Central Florida? No. The nation.
We were very fortunate.
That's really great.
It was. I'll tell you, it was an exciting day when we found out.
I would
The team
say
works hard for
so.
that.
Yes. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
What are we making today?
Today, one of my very favorite desserts. I'm taking cinnamon rolls, which are absolutely a weakness of mine. I
Yes, me too.
love cinnamon rolls, and I love bread pudding.
Yes.
So when we open the Coop, we have the Krispy Kreme bread pudding at the Smokehouse and the Banana Foster's bread pudding there. And I want to do something different. So I took
Good.
some of my favorite ingredients and we made a bread pudding out of it. So we're going to start with actual cinnamon rolls, and if you would be so kind just to cut those up into cubes.
And these are homemade too, by the way, right?
Those are homemade. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on the custard.
Okay.
Okay, and the custard is what holds everything together. So I'm going to start with some egg yolks here. Okay, and if you ever want to create a thickener, that's what the egg yolk actually does. And
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, versus if
Okay.
you were to take the whites and whip those, that's what you make mayonnaise out of, and that's what you make. Those will fluff, but the egg,
Meringue.
that's right. But the yellows will never ever whip up for you.
Huh.
So I'm going to take a little flavoring into my eggs and put a little bit of vanilla.
Vanilla. Oh, these cinnamon rolls smell so good, John. Thank you for bringing these today. You just took care of my diet for the next month, but that's okay. It's worth it.
A little bit of salt. Because in anything sweet, you got to have a little bit of salt to offset it.
Right.
I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, you were telling me about cinnamon. Be careful about how you buy your cinnamon, because there are a lot of different kinds of cinnamon.
There are, you know, and that's just a recent discovery of mine. But there's different variations of cinnamon, and depending on the brand that you get and the type of cinnamon that you get, the flavor profiles can be very, very different. And I just recently found what's called Korean cinnamon.
And you like that kind?
It's got the strongest flavor to it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some sugars and I'm going to put them on a low heat. I'm going to start with a white sugar and then a brown sugar, and I combine that into it. Okay, and to make my custard thick, I'm going to take some nice cream cheese. Hey, you thought I was going to say butter, didn't you?
I did. Where's the butter in this recipe?
No, this is cream cheese, which is great. You know, a lot of icings are made out of cream cheese or butter.
Yeah.
But if you really want to have that flavor, you want to get that in there.
Yes.
And I'm going to put a little bit of cream, okay? And this is going to thicken it up nicely for me.
And it's not even half and half. It's real cream, real heavy whipping cream.
This one is, actually, let me check the recipe. Yep, no, this one is a whipping, or
heavy
whipping cream.
All right, the best. Only the best from John Rivers.
Okay, now that's going to go ahead and thicken up, and this will become our custard. And you got to be careful. You don't want this to actually boil on you, or you'll turn everything into hard candy. You're just doing this so that it melts down a little bit. And turn my heat down just a touch.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll keep stirring that.
I got the cubes.
Beautiful.
We got all of our cubes. Now, we could go to the Coop and just get a cinnamon roll on a Saturday morning, right?
Absolutely.
That would be okay to do.
And that's one of my favorite things to do. When they're hot and they're fresh, and they actually make some different flavor ones too. We started playing around with a little bit of pumpkin in there. We make like a apple pie cinnamon roll. Where they take the crunchies and they put it on top.
Yeah.
All right, so now once this begins to come down and smooth out for you, I would probably take a whisk into it because you want to get all the cream cheese to melt.
Creamy.
And it takes about 10 minutes of a nice slow, because you don't want to rush it because it'll curdle on you.
Okay.
All right, now remember here I've got my eggs. Okay. Now what's called, if I poured my eggs into here, those eggs would just cook.
Scrambled eggs.
It has scrambled eggs. So we're going to do what's called tempering the eggs. And what you do is you take just a little bit of the hot and you add it to it.
Well, that's clever.
Just a little at a time. And you mix it in. And what it's doing is bringing the temperature of the eggs and your mixture to the same level.
Wow.
Without rushing it, without cooking it. and that's how you preserve your eggs, and you don't end up with scrambled eggs inside of your custard.
That's
or
a lot of trouble, John Rivers, right there. That's not,
Well,
you know, it's making me think that there might be really merit in taking a little trip to Winter Park. Don't know that I can do this in my home, but I know I can drive to the coop.
Well, funny. Well, if you don't want to, have that scramble.
But thank you for letting us know how to do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely. And this is for anything that you're adding egg into a hot environment.
Good.
Yeah, tempering is an important piece, and I would slowly bring this in.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is going to be the custard, and what we're going to do is we're going to pour this over the cinnamon rolls there. Once I have it all nice and mixed. Okay. And I like to let it sit overnight.
Oh,
it's fine, and a lot of those flavors will come together, and they will they'll marinate that bread and really soak into it, and then we're going to bake it the next day. And you ever heard of a water bath?
I have.
Okay.
From you.
Okay, and a water bath means we're going to take this pot, or this pan, and we're going to put it into another pan that has water in it.
Is it time for me to show them what you've done here?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Are we ready
I got to put this all in here.
Okay. Well, then I won't show yet. Right?
Not quite yet. I've tempered it enough.
But I love this because this is something I love that you can do it the night before. And with the holidays coming up, this would be a wonderful Christmas thing to do, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That makes it so nice and easy.
Yes.
So I've got all that done, and it would be a lot smoother, you know, if you take your time when you do this and you put it together. You're just going to pour it all in.
All right.
Okay. And you're going to mix it in good.
Oh, the smell. Viewers, sorry about the no smell-o-vision because it would be so yummy. I've read before that certain aromas, fragrances really do something to your mood, to enhance your mood. It just makes you feel relaxed, makes you feel good. Is that true, or am I making this up?
Smell is the top sense to incur or some type of emotion out of you. More than taste, more than anything else. And actually, sweet smells in particular, you notice when you're walking down Main Street in Disney, they conjure memories of youth and happy memories.
Oh, sweet stuff?
Sweet stuff does,
Well, that must be why I'm always happy, because I'm always smelling sugar and smelling sweet things, and right now I'm feeling hungry.
Okay, so it's going to sit like this. I'd cover it up, a little bit of plastic, and then...
Leave it overnight.
Right, leave it overnight, and then you're going to bake it in the water bath. I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it into another pan with water into it, so it doesn't burn the bottom.
Right,
it only bakes the top, and it helps to keep even. And let's go ahead and see what we have.
Are we ready? Okay. You want me to do this, or are you the one?
Okay.
I don't know.
Now on top of that, we put a little bit of pecans.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, into, we toasted them.
Okay, John, you got the muscles, you do that. This is your cooking show, not mine.
If you were going to get
Why is he working me here when he can do this? We'll let him do it.
All right.
Okay.
And you can see the pretty pecans that we put on top. Okay. Now everything, all the goo has cooked into it, and that egg that we put has raised a little bit. And on any cinnamon roll, you got to have a little bit of frosting on the top. Okay.
A little sugar.
A little bit of sugar.
Memories. Let's see. Memories of when I was a child, eating all the sugar I wanted to eat back then. Didn't know it was even a problem for my weight.
So now when you bite into this, you're going to get the nice bread, which should be incredibly moist, the cinnamon flavors, the toasted pecans, which we put on top before we baked it. And a nice little bit of icing on the very top.
Beautiful. And the pecans are totally healthy. I've read that.
Yes, they are.
Yes, I've read that
you.
nuts are good for you.
They're good for you. Again, in moderation. They are.
I know they are.
You're making fun of me,
kidding.
but no, I love pecans. All right.
Me too.
Are you ready?
We don't have a spoon, but we'll just kind of go into it.
Great.
Here, John, here's your fork.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what we got here.
You gotta make sure you get some of that frosting on the top.
Oh, yeah. I'll make sure of that.
Oh, my goodness. This is just terrible.
You know, and I'm sorry to mention holidays around the corner, but they are just around the corner.
Yes.
This would be wonderful for my family on Christmas morning. No more talking.
No more. We're done?
We're done with this segment. This was delicious, is delicious. We'll have that recipe available for you viewers. There won't be any of this left over in just a few minutes. So, John Rivers, thank you so much.
Very
you know
welcome.
I love cooking with you in the
me
kitchen.
Too.
That
Thank
was
you
fun.
for having me.
Thank you.